Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them the lights down right now. Put me in.
Hey guys, it's Aliza. I am here with the Charlee Black. We are actually at Block Studios in the downtown Indianapolis area. How's it going, girl?
It's going so good.
You're so cute,
You're
dude.
cute.
Let me see your fingers, silly goose. Do you want them? How do you want them shaped? Do you want them shaped certain way?
I think, like, you can do an oval, so maybe square? Keep them kind of square.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known of you, and now I'm getting to know you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for those who don't know, what was like your first experience, like picking up a camera and like taking photos, or like what was like the first experience that you remember?
Oh my god. So my mom used to like gift me little disposable cameras, like as a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Like as like been a good girl, here's a treat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I like always had a camera in my hand from like a very young age, like 4th, 5th grade.
Okay.
And then I kind of like a cousin when I was like in middle school gave me like their old like beater Nikon camera, and I took it with me everywhere. And then as I got older, you know, I was able to take like a film photography class in high school and really develop my eye. And just, I don't know, I've just always really had a camera like around or near.
That's cute.
Yeah.
When was like your first photo shoot? Do you remember like your first photo shoot? That reaction did not sound good. He said, "Oh, it's sort of painful."
No, I don't remember the exact first one, but I can think of like early on when it was just like me, a car with a bunch of clothes in it, and like a friend meeting up like at a park.
That's most definitely what I would do.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, those were before a studio, before lighting, before any of that. It was like you trying to meet up at a park real quick, like and take some photos. So yeah.
So how would you find people? You find people like on the internet, friends of friends type of thing?
Yeah, it really started with friends. Like I shot a lot of my friends to start, and then like probably when I shot like the bulk of my work, which was like 2016 through 2019, I really, you know, before I was like hitting up agencies because I didn't really feel qualified to go to an agency, I would just like random people that I saw because I'm very interested in shooting people who are unique, you know. Agencies are cool, but
Yeah.
I like a unique face, like, you know, what makes you you kind of thing. And so I would just hit people up like, hey, what you doing, you know? I kind of liked it. I liked that it wasn't like this professional.
Yeah, that's
You know?
like pressure.
Yeah, it is.
Usually when you go through an agency, like it's kind of like a trade for trade, like they are like expecting you to be like published, like have it like published, right? Most of the time.
Sometimes, or just, you know, some agencies are different and it's really based off of like what they want. That's one of the biggest things I've learned about working with agencies. Is like at the end of the day, they're looking to take care of their client, which is talent. So for them, it's a mixture of, you know, how can these images be used? First, you know, promoting this person. And, you know, if you want to do something more editorial and fun, sometimes they're not really game for that. So I think that's why I liked shooting with freelancer, or just like people who weren't models, because it was just like there is no
like a gender like structure to it.
rule, you know, they want this, or it was just more so like free and I could just shoot whatever I want, and you know.
I know at one point you had like a team, right? So how did you go about like developing like a team, and like what did that team consist of?
For sure, yeah. I just found people who were kind of on my same vibe, to be honest. Because, you know, sometimes you want to work on something, but it's like pulling teeth.
No, for sure.
Like pulling
Yeah, it's
teeth.
like, okay, we doing the most just to make this kind of work.
You know, and I don't know, I think you probably know this about me. I'm very much like I want to do it now. Like, I want to do it yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, and so just trying to find people who are on that same vibe who also wanted to just make work and be driven about it is really how I found my team. And it's just how I go about finding like people to work with in general.
I've always wanted to ask you this question. How did you? It's like you're reacting before I say anything. You are so freaking funny, dude.
I'm sorry.
How did you come up with the name Charlee Black?
Because oh my god, this is so silly. Okay, I'm gonna expose myself, I guess. Before I went by a different name, like for photography and stuff, it had photography in the name, and it was just like, okay, I'm ready to evolve past that. And I had also not shown my face on Instagram, and I had my Instagram for probably like 5 or 6 years at that point. Because I was like, I want it to be about the art. It's not about me. It's about the art.
I feel that.
And I still feel that way. Like, it's really none of your business. Like, you know what's going on over here. But anyways, but I wanted a name that was gender neutral because a lot of people mistook me for like a man.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people I don't know what that was about, but a lot of people like, oh yeah, Charlie, Charlie's
a boy.
That's a boy. And so I was like, okay, well, I want something gender neutral and just black because I'm black.
Period. It's in the name, baby. You know what's happening.
Like, I was like, I just like the name. I like how it sounds. That's what I want to be referred to.
So with Block, can you explain to people, for those who don't know, even though I feel like you made it quite clear, like how you got the name and like what it represents, can you explain to people like what Blot is and who Blot is?
Happily. It's like my favorite thing to explain, you know what I mean? So Blot is named after my really good friend Easton, who's no longer with us. And Easton was just very, he just taught me how to have like a creative work ethic. Like that sounds silly, but he just really taught me to like, okay, just constantly create and put it out and keep moving and go forth. And he just really taught me a lot as a person, so it just felt really only right if I was gonna open a studio space to name it after someone who has done so much for me creatively. And yeah, that's just really what it is. He spelled Blot with 2 T's. Ours is obviously with 1 T, but in the logo we keep the 2 for homage. And it's just my little baby. Truly my baby.
So did you and Easton ever have like a discussion about you opening up a studio?
No, I never, obviously I never got around to telling him that this is what I was gonna do, but in the back of my mind I always knew I wanted to open a studio. It's always been a goal of mine. But it's just when I was coming up, actually top of last year before we started crowdfunding and everything for the space, I was like, hey, what am I gonna name it? Like, what am I gonna name it? And it just felt like silly to name it anything else. Like Blot felt like the name it was supposed to be.
What is the impact you want to make with Blot, my friend?
Overall, I guess I just really want a place that I needed when I was in my early 20s to create. So as long as people find or utilize the space, creatively, or learn something in the space through events or meet new people through networking, that's really all I care about.
Would you ever want to like throw a class and like teach other people something?
We threw a class. We did a lighting class like a few months ago. But I definitely think as we get into the new year and just, having the space for the first year, I was only able to do so much. So I'm really excited to go into the next year and plan more like educational events, get more sponsors, just do things how I've been doing them, but bigger.
On a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how long did it take you to get all this together?
So I had a lot of the stuff, like funny enough, I had a good deal of this stuff in my basement.
Really?
Yeah, so I had a studio, like a small studio space. It was like a renovated garage. I had it for a year. I got it the middle of 2019 and we moved out actually right when the pandemic hit crazy. Really? So top of 2020. And I had got that studio space because I wanted a space to create. I had got it with like a few friends and it was cool, but like I couldn't rent it out. It was more of an expense. It wasn't bringing in any income for me. So, when jobs started to dry up, as they do, just like any career profession, photography goes in waves. Or we have busy seasons and, off seasons, whatever. I just couldn't really justify it. And it wasn't what I wanted. It didn't have a ton of natural light. And so when the pandemic hit, I was kind of like, okay, what do I want to do next? And I was like, I want to open a studio space here. And so, yeah, snowballed from there.
So when did you start doing like product photography? Because I didn't realize that's probably majority of what you do until I was like here the other day. I was like, oh, this is what she be doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got into product 2019.
Okay.
It's actually how I made good friends because I was just, keep in mind, 2018 was the same year that H&M stuff happened. Remember that H&M thing that happened with the kid? And it was like a kid and like a monkey.
What?
It was like
monkey?
it was like a black kid and like a monkey.
Oh yes,
Remember that?
Yes.
Remember that?
Okay. Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm really tired of corporations messing up when it comes to like black people representation. And so I was like, little girl from Indiana. Well, if I start a production studio, then, you know, that'll change that, more or less, funny enough. And so I started the process of starting a production studio. And then, yeah, in that, doing more commercial work, I just kind of slipped into doing more product and stuff, which I really like. But 2019, 2020, it was a focus on just product. And now I'm more so moving into like lifestyle, editorial. Product is cool, but it's like, you know, pivoting from that. I don't want to just shoot products all day. I want to shoot people. I like shooting people.
It's like a mixture of both, especially with lifestyle.
That's what I like. Like, I'm like, you saw me when you came here and I was shooting
You
products.
like squeeze it out just a little bit though. I was like, she's like, oh. It's your hand model.
Product is tedious.
Yeah.
The standard for it is really high, obviously. But it's just, I don't know. I'm like, I like people, so let me shoot people.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to like take more portraits, or you want to like kind of juggle it all, or are you like one thing at a time, or are you like I'm trying to do it all?
I kind of want to do it all. I really want to get back into like fashion editorial portraits. It's just, it doesn't make money, so it's like it's hard for me to want to justify with studio rent, you know what I mean? There's some bills to pay, so it's kind of hard to justify. But it also is like I like that creative outlet.
Exactly.
You know, commercial work is very much like someone else's product, and so what they want and they need, and all that's great. But I'm also like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I don't want no rules.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. That's very much me. I don't like being told what to do.
I don't like being told what to do. You can ask me.
Okay, and I'll let you know how I'm feeling.
Yeah, but don't tell me what to do. I'm not receptive.
At all.
Which is probably not good. But
It's okay. At least you know. You're aware.
yeah, I'm aware. I'm not gonna do that.
So what are some of the, like, your favorite products that you shot, or like are they considered collaborations, or is it's not really a collaboration, is it?
No, like it's more of a collaboration if like I'm working with like a designer, like a graphic designer, or like a wardrobe stylist. Like those are more collaborations, but like paid clients.
That's just work, baby.
You know what I mean? Some of my favorite projects I've shot. So Dit in Bloom, which is adaptogen blend brand from Kate Hudson. Shot with them for like the past 2 years, like in charge of like a lot of their visuals over the past 2 years, which is great. At least for like product and stuff. And then love jewelry. I shot a lot of jewelry the past few years, kind of moving out of that, but like Sucre, Lila May, both have been featured, and like Birdie, Essence, New York Mag, things like that.
Ooh.
Name dropping.
As you should.
You know. What else? Oh, and then you were on set for this one, so I'll name drop this one. But Chill House, which we did literally this time last year, which is wild.
Very much so.
Which is a cannabis accessories brand out of Chicago.
Yes. So where do you see Block in the next 5 years?
Quiet as is kept, I want Block to become the Milk Studios of the Midwest. That's my
Period.
That's my like big goal. Like large,
bigger space,
rentals, a fleet of vans. Like that's really what I want. That's like really, really what I want. Like I was in LA a few months ago, and I actually drove past the Milk Studios in LA, and I was like, oh,
this is it.
I want this, Santa, please. Thank you.
Santa baby.
So yeah, I think that's what I want.
Hell yeah. I'm here for that, and that's most definitely attainable.
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely. You're on your way.
I think I can do it.
Do you want to stay in Indy? Because you said you want to be the milk of the the Midwest, are you trying to, Midwest is in Indiana or Midwest is in?
I love Indy, will always call Indy home. However, I am down to explore and, you know, find where else I want to be. You know, I've lived here my entire life, so
That's fair.
kind of just open to seeing what's up.
Did you want to live in a different state?
I've thought about it a bit, but like, there are just some things about Indy that I really enjoy. You know, I like how we're, you know, kind of in the middle, can always kind of go really anywhere. And yeah, I don't know, like, I think about it, like, I know people who are like, oh my God, it's so cool that you've never left, and I always find that to be so like, thank you.
Yeah, it's like, is that a backhanded
Is that a
compliment?
backhanded? Because I also feel like I should be able to make a living and thrive where I was born. Like, I feel like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. And I think for me personally, I'm like, well, once I do that, then I can do it somewhere else. But until then, I'm gonna focus on doing it here. In short, I don't have a leave date, but I also don't think I'll be here forever. No.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Would you ever, let's say somebody was like, I want to put money into you.
Oh, invest in me.
Yeah, but they're like, I
Oh.
want like some ownership. Like, would that ever be something that you like? Would you ever let anybody like buy you out? Yeah.
Yeah. Businesses are made to be bought out, so I would definitely be open to it. I would just need, you know, it needs to be ideal, you know. It's my baby.
That's
Like, some people have children, and that's cute. But, like, this is, like, legit my kid, you know? So I'm like, I'd be interested. You know, I'm open. I always love investment and money. But, yeah, it would need to be, like, ideal.
That's fair. So I know you have Aria and she assists you. Like, do you want to like build a team here? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like to add on.
For sure. Like, so I have Aria, who's overall just catch-all assistant, and then I have Michaela, who is been the intern for probably the last like 3 months.
Okay.
3 months. And I had another intern before that. So yeah, I'm definitely just kind of keeping it open. I think I like having interns, you know, photographers who are kind of hungry and just, you know, want to know more about like the back end of running a photography business. So I like it in that regard. I like people around me who want to learn.
Do you like teaching others?
I do.
Yeah.
Within a certain, like, if I feel comfortable, like if it's within my realm, you know what I mean? I have no issue looking at somebody and being like, actually, I have no idea how to do that, or, you know, that's not my ministry.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, I know you're like a part owner of, was it Mona? Is that what's right?
Yeah, 1 of 5.
Okay, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, 1 of 5 founders, all female.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay. So how did that come about?
Yeah. So I've known just like a few of the girls just for years, and we are all very cannabis pro. We're pro cannabis users, and we really wanted to. The whole reason we even started Mona is because we really wanted to get into the hemp world. Like, we wanted to have our own pre-rolls. Like, having a shop wasn't necessarily super first priority. It was really about, we wanted to be one of the first few people to get into the cannabis market when Indy finally got there. And then just in the meantime, between time, opening a shop to really be like, you know, really the only cutesy, feminine, woman-owned cannabis lifestyle shops in the city. And when I say cannabis lifestyle, I mean, you could say head shop, but cannabis lifestyle just sounds more pretty.
Yeah.
You know, and head shops have so, you know, you've been in a head shop, like, they're just so
It's scary.
gross.
It's a little dingy.
It's very masculine.
No, and even like on that, because they're in Fountain Square, and it's like there's other shops over there, and it's like, do I want to go in there for real? It's not inviting.
It's not inviting. I've never gone into a head shop and was like, wow, that was an amazing experience from start to finish. You know, they're usually dark and kind of cruddy and like drug ruggy, and Mona's very cutesy and open and bright, and I don't know, I just love that.
Yes, it's very inviting for
I
sure.
love it. It's my favorite.
All the girls are nice.
You know?
Yes, it was fun.
Yeah.
I know there was like another rolling class.
Yes, it was super nice because you learned how to roll.
I learned something, y'all. I learned a skill. I gained a skill.
And have you been rolling?
Yes, I have with the stuff that I got.
Okay.
Yes, I was like, okay, cause I need a dealer. I don't have a dealer anymore, so bullshit. But I was having fun. I was enjoying myself, and that's the thing. Like I was thinking out loud. I love how nobody cared.
Yeah.
They're like, she's just out here talking it up.
No, we were all talking about it after the last rolling event. We were just like, it just was so, because the last one it was raining. So we couldn't do the whole like go in the backyard thing.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that. I was like, that was like my favorite part. Like, don't get me wrong, the class was nice. But like, really just seeing a bunch of women smoke is just so cute. Like, it was just such a vibe. It was cute. I loved it.
It was. So what other businesses that you're a part of? Are you a part of any others, or do you want to start more?
I definitely want to get into photography education. I just don't know in what way. There's already so many people in that space. So I want to just make sure I get into it intentionally. But I am dropping some digital products with the relaunch of the Good Friend site. So one is like a freebie that'll come out probably just after the party. And then another one is I'm basically creating like a one-stop kit for photographers that's like a mood board template, a call sheet template, basically just like the essentials I use to plan shoots.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yes, help people get organized. 'Cause I feel like that's like a big chunk of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that goes into it. I think a lot of people think, okay, I'm just gonna do a shoot, and like it's like the more people there are, the more organized you need to be in a way.
Literally.
And I think it'll be easy just to have like a template. Like I'm gonna include like email like templates, like what I use to basically like confirm with teams and reach out, just correspondence, just like a dummy proof kit. Like if you've never had to organize a photo shoot, this is basically the kit you use.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I most definitely needed that when I was like, you pulling up at this time, bring some clothes, we gonna figure it out. That was definitely me.
Just like something with a little bit more structure.
Yeah, that's something I learned too.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, girl, we gotta. I'm not the most organized person. I ain't gonna tell a lot of nobody about it. I'm not.
But I think it's cool because I think like just like creativity wise, like you don't need everything planned down to the T, you know? So a lot of stuff happens just being there and like in the moment. But like the core things, hey, this is where we need to go. This is what we're doing. This is what we're trying to convey. Like those are things that even sometimes when people book a shoot, I'm like, oh, what are you guys gonna do? And they're like, oh, we don't know. We're just gonna, I'm like, oh.
Just gonna get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe it'd be nicer. You had like a little plan. That's what I'm gonna work on basically the next 2 weeks and hopefully launch that before Black Friday.
So, Good Friends is separate from Block.
Correct. Think of Good Friends as like the headquarters, and think of Block as like the building and where that headquarters lives.
Okay.
Yeah. That seems like a really good way to describe it.
No, it makes sense. Heck yeah. So, how did Blot and Good Friends happen at the same time, or did one happen before the other?
Good Friends happened first. Good Friends was born winter 2018.
Okay.
Really just started from me wanting to do my own commercial work my way. I wanted more black and brown people on set. I wanted more women on set. I wanted more queers on set. And so I basically just pitched myself, probably like literally the January of 2019, I just pitched myself to like 60 brands.
Really?
It was just like,
You can put that one in.
hi, I really want to shoot for your brand. Like, I didn't have anything figured out. I had never sent pictures before. I just threw myself out there. And then, yeah, it was just over time, brands just started trusting me to shoot for them and shoot their content. And that's really just how it went.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm almost done. Is there anything you want to tell the people? Let the people know.
Block Studios always booking here in downtown Indianapolis. You can book at blockcreative.studio. You can follow us at Block Creative Studio on Instagram. I am Charlee Black. You can follow me on Instagram at CharleeBlok. And then all the important links are there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
You know?
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, that bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up.
your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit.